Well, good morning and welcome back to the channel and the allotment, which is still under the white stuff, as you can see, and it's been like that since last weekend. We've had no temperatures above freezing now for nearly a week, but I understand it's on the turn. So, thankfully, we can get on because it certainly has delayed things. I'm just walking down to Martyn's plot, and I have to go steady because it is absolutely treacherous on this track. And yeah, I am just going to check. He gave me a phone call last night to say that he'd not been down, and he just wondered how his greenhouse was, because during those winds he lost a hell of a lot of glass. I think about 16 pieces, something like that. But he says that he put it all back together and replaced the glass, but there was still a few panes to go in, and he's a little bit worried that this snow may have done some damage. Now, normally I drive right round the allotment when we get bad winds and all like that, just to check to see if there's any damage, and I can let people know. But because the tracks have been so bad, I've not ventured round here. So, that a nice, isn't that a lovely shed there? Really nice. This is a really nice plot, is this, to be fair, and so's the one just behind it. Really nice. They know how to grow with these guys. Right, let's get onwards and forwards. What's it been like for you? I know that a lot of people got a sprinkling of snow and it were gone the next day, but had the cold temperatures. Well, I'd have taken that any day. I've been cracking on with the store, which really I'd have had done in a day if it wasn't so cold. And I've been on with the shed extension. Yeah, I would have had the shed extension on its way now. Probably have had posts in at frame up. There's only been, the only person I've seen on the plot this week is Graham next door, because he's been moving, downsizing from a plot and a half to a plot. So he's been busy getting stuff moved over. So I've seen him. Luckily enough, he managed to get his fire installed in his shed. So he got a burn on. That warmed me up. And that's certainly something that I'm going to put in this this overhang from my shed, because I built a fire while I was working down there, and it was great to go down and get a warm around the fire. And I just think by having, rather than throwing away that that burner, I can use it outside. I could just get a fire going, and whenever I need to I can get a warm. So that's something that when I'm, it's like an ice rink here. Look at that, that's a lovely view. Let me turn you around. That's the one good thing about allotments: when it snows, they all look tidy. Right, we're on Martyn's now. I think he's got nothing to worry about. It looks like everything's okay. Yeah, there were loads of glass out of this, so as you can see, there's still a front panel there. But everything seems a-okay. His net tunnel has even survived. So yeah, look at this here. This is the casualty department for wheelbarrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 wheelbarrows. 9. There's one out of shot there. Yeah, there's not many net tunnels survived, but Martyn seems to have done okay. He's got quite a lot of hoops there, and he's pulled that net tight, so he's, yep, I'll give him a bell and I'll let him know all's well. Right, let's get back up to my plot. So really, Rocky's back here now. No log stores. I've got these big sleepers here, and I don't know, I'm toying with the idea of using this sleeper, the bottom one. It's 2.6 high. I was toying with the idea of using that as one of the uprights to hold the lean-to up. Then I thought to myself, well, it's only going to be a couple of foot in ground, if that. All right, yeah, I could concrete it in. The bloody heavy things are those. But it would be strapped to the shed with a batten all the way around. But it's a bit risky, I think. I think I might just get myself a big 4x4 post. Yeah, so I'm going to get... Those two there are virtually empty. That one and that one. There's about a quarter left in that. When we get this weather cleared up, I'm going to clear that and take it up, and I'll just put it on the beds. And then there's just this one, which I'm going to transfer into the new bays that I've done up front. As I said before, the fronts here I can steal and put on my new bays and the two lids. So basically they'll be left with 3 bays and a lid and the fronts for one of them. I've got all this timber that I've got to sort out. There's a pallet there. Mark over at, oh, I forget your channel's name now, Mark. But I'll put it in the description below. He's hoping to call down and collect some of these to make a compost bay for himself. So look at the ice here. Look at that. You could skating rink it is. That's Mick over there making a racket with his chainsaw. Look at this. Solid. Right, let's make his way up to the linter and I'll show you progress that I've made since last seeing you. So as you can see, I've made some progress and got that finished. The only thing I've got to do now is felt the roof, which I think I might use the stuff that I saved from the log stores just as a temporary cover. When I build the extension and the lean-to for the shed, I'm not gonna risk using the stuff that I've reclaimed for the roof. I'm gonna buy a new roll. So if I buy a new roll, there'll be enough on there to do the lean-to and also to put a piece on there. So yeah, that's all I've got to do. Eventually I will put some doors on here, but for now what I think I'm going to do is put a batten across, one here and one there, and then roll some really heavy duty plastic around the batten. And then what I can do is roll it up and hook it to the top, and then when I've finished and I'm on my way home, just to give it a little bit of added protection from the elements, because sometimes you do get the wind driving this way and you get a bit of rain, I can then just drop it down and then the plastic sheets, 2 of them, will be covering what's there. So that's what I'm going to do first, and eventually I probably will put some very lightweight doors on there made from the lats that I saved from the log stores. So I'm just wondering whether or not I should start moving some of this stuff. Probably not. I'll probably do the roof first. So cut a piece of this. As I say, it has been compromised, but for now it'll do the job. And then what I'll do, I'm going to put another sheet on this, and then what I'll do is I'll run a piece over the top of this and make sure that that seal's sealed up. I've got some bitumen, so I'll use that. As I said earlier, we'd have been done with this. Absolutely. It'd have taken me maybe 3 hours, 4 hours to do. But instead, the amount of times that I've nearly gone over walking up and down this plot, it's been unreal. So I'm quite pleased with what I've managed to do. But I'll be glad to see the back of it. It's all nice and lovely when it's fluffy, but when it gets compact and the temperatures don't rise, the paths around here are treacherous. Over here in the UK, we've got a massive outbreak of flu, and also I think that COVID thing's been doing the rounds, supposedly. And also now more people going in with these trips, so the hospital's apparently overrun. I'm a bit sceptical about all that, to be fair. You know, everybody gets cold at this time of year, you know. And they were saying, oh, well, it's 3 times more than this time last year. Well, isn't it normal? Sometimes, you know, you've got peaks and troughs, haven't you? But the fact don't help that the NHS is absolutely on its knees and has been poorly run for the last 5-6 decades. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this fastened on. I'm going to put another layer on. Mick's over at top there, pruning his plum tree. I says I'd bob over and see him, so I'll probably take you guys with me. So let me get this felted over. I'll show you the end product, and then we'll nip over and see Michael. Just a couple more in here, and then the job's done. As I say, I'm getting a new roll, and we'll get a new roll on because, as I say, it's been used, so it's a bit warm up here, to be fair. Right, so that's that. Quite pleased overall. As you can see here, there is some roof space, and obviously when the overhang goes on at the front there, this is a really good watering catchment. So if I get my drainage right and get my gutters right, taking them from the front of the linter right round and joining up with the back of the shed there, round and down here and into the IBC, I think that'll be a great saving, will that, of water, and obviously coming off the greenhouse. Right, anyway, let's get down here before I fall down. Let's go see what Mick's up to. The big question is all this stuff gonna fit in there? Both of those. I've still got to do a little bit of work on that end one, but do you know what? It should fly in. Should be no problem at all. So I think I'll do that through the week, but then I'm cracking on with that. So let's see how we go. Right, let's go over and see Michael. He's busy pottering in his greenhouse. Let's see what he's been up to. What are we up to, Michael? What tree? Which tree is it?
You know the
Plum.
plum. But I'm now down to more horticultural type stuff.
All right.
So I've been taking all the really tallest stuff, which was probably a good 4 foot above that.
Yeah.
So,
Nice. Yeah, that'll be. You've opened it up there, haven't you?
yeah, opened it up a bit. Obviously the apple tree needs some
A little bit of work.
some attention.
Yeah, that looks great, mate. Yeah.
Making a start with it so that it's got more of a chance this year. Open it up.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of disease amongst those plums.
Is there?
The crop's well, but there's a bit of disease, so I think it needs opening up.
Yeah.
And even if I lose 50%.
Yeah. Yeah, I think done a good job there, mate. Good job. Nice fire going, I see, Michael.
Yeah, I like to try and keep on top of it as I go.
Yeah. So what have you got planned for these beds here, these raised beds?
Again, it will be carrots,
Yeah.
parsnips, but they need some attention. They need some topping up with some
Topsoil and a bit of sand. Yeah. Yeah.
This bed I've given over to a few garlic. You can't see them under the snow, but they're there.
Well, hopefully this frost should certainly make them split,
Well,
shouldn't it?
yeah, I mean these that I put in at basically the same time as yourself now.
Yeah. Just up
they're
there, you
good.
can hardly see them, can you?
You can't hardly see them, but I feel they're strong in the ground
Yeah. There will be in this.
because we left it till November this
I
year.
think we left it later. We left it later. Normally we put them in October, but we deliberately left it later because I think that just as they're sprouting through the ground, that's when you want to start getting the frost.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people have put them in October in past, and I found that they tend to sort of run out of steam.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we left it later. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all good. I've double clossed. I've done my Elsa Craigs in 2 batches because I haven't.
Oh, have you brought them down?
Yeah, so I brought one down.
I were meant to bring mine down today, and I've totally forgot they're on windowsill. But so they're double closhed.
Yeah.
In.
So they're in the original little cloche, which I may ask you now just to keep an eye on for the next couple of days when I might not be able to come down.
Yeah. No worries.
The first cloche needs to go.
Yeah.
So needs a bit of attention.
Well, it's exactly what I do, Mick. I bring them down straight off the Super 7 out of one of these, straight off the Super 7, and then, as you've done there, stick them inside another one, and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Even though it gets cold, as long as you keep that frost off them, they'll be fine. And that's how I do it. And then what I do is I don't disturb and I don't put them on. I literally just tip that green one into a bigger, deeper pot and leave them in that. And I let them grow till about pencil high, pencil thick. And then I transplant them just like I would a leek.
There's less disturbance, I imagine, then.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
If you're not trying to tease them apart.
When they're young.
When they're young,
you know, so, yeah. Well, folks, that's been a bit of a bitty video today. Just, I've just filmed it as you've seen it. I didn't really plan too much. But that's brought us to the end of another video. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody for subscribing, particularly the latest new ones, and hopefully those that are watching that aren't subscribed will hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video. Well guys, I hope it's a little warmer where you are. Take care, look after yourself through this week, and I'll see you at some point next week. But until then, from me and Mick, happy growing.
happy growing.
Take care.